Hey team, want to talk about tax deductions that you get as a USANA independent distributor. So we get a 1099. So we are looked at as independent contractors through USANA. And that's a great thing because we get a ton of tax deductions. And I'm going to show you kind of how I organize mine. It's the simplest way that I've seen yet. And so first, you got to know the deductions that we qualify for and able to track those throughout the year. And so I'll upload this on the team page, but you have the square footage of your office. Property tax is mortgage interest. If you're a homeowner, you have the top section there. Otherwise, we have cell phone. We use our cell phone to run our business. Advertising, meals and entertainment is a big one. So the other night I went out for dinner. It was a business dinner. And so I kept that receipt, and I'm going to tell you like what I do with this receipt. Lots of people just have piles and piles of these receipts, and you got to keep, I believe, them for 5 years. So it's just a pain to hold on to paper receipts, and I'll show you what I do with those. Traveling, any business events that you do, even if you go out of town for a weekend or something like that, and you mention USANA, then that's technically a business trip. So all the trips that I do, even though a lot of them I'm just having fun, if I can interweave USANA into my trip, then the entire trip can be a tax write-off. So office supplies, mileage for your vehicle, internet, lots of different write-offs that you have. So I'll upload this to the team page. Now, in terms of tracking, this is where it can be like, oh, it's such a hassle, I don't even want to bother. And I'll tell you, you do want to bother because you can have thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars add up. So let's say for the when you're going out for meals and dinners, and essentially you purchase things two ways, either like in person, you go to a coffee shop, a restaurant, whatever it may be, and you can get a paper receipt. Otherwise, you purchase things online. Let's say you purchased a flight or a hotel or a rental car. And so those I'll show you what I do with the online purchases versus what we do with like the in-person purchases. So I use the app called Falcon Expenses. I have an iPhone. I'm not sure if they have it for Samsung, but if they don't, they got to have something similar. It's absolutely free. And what I will do then with this paper receipt is I'm going to go to my Falcon app or Falcon Expenses app. I'm going to take a picture of this, type the amount, type the reason, the reason for the business expense, say dinner or business dinner, and then it saves as a report on my phone. Then from your phone, you can send yourself a PDF report to your computer, and I save everything on my computer. So instead of keeping paper receipts all the time, I just immediately get a digital version of this, and now it's all on my phone. I have my phone, of course, backed up to the iCloud, and it makes it really simple to access. So no more paper receipts. So anything in person, I would highly recommend that you get an app for your phone and track all your paper receipts that way. Now, for the things you purchase online, what I do is you get an email of an invoice or receipt. So I'll show you an example. 2016 tax receipts. I actually organized mine. So all the books that I purchased, like here, I paid Dr. Steve $1,000 for 500 optimal nutrition CDs. That's a big tax write-off. So I categorize these to make it easier on myself at the end of the year, where I can track all these expenses and categorize them. So on my books, I bought some custom suits this year, and those are used for speaking at USANA events. So that was close to $2,400. That's a big tax write-off. Donations, event tickets, all the tickets for international celebration or international convention and all the other events. Here's all my flights. So you get these invoices sent to your email, and what I do is automatically just put them into my tax receipts folder. And then at the end of the year, I can add up all these expenses, and I hand my CPA, I'm the easiest. I just hand him my 1099. Here's all my tax deductions. I don't have to pay my CPA to add all that up for me because it takes me like an hour to do that is all. ground transportation. So maybe I'm using Uber or taxis or rental cars, hotels, office supplies, product sampling. So you can see I organize all that. Lastly, the last step here is this is just a generic Excel spreadsheet that I put together. But when you know all the deductions you qualify for, then I just put them on a sheet of paper. So I added up my cell phone bill, all my flights, all my lodging, ground, all the things you can see. And it makes it very simple just to stay organized. So just to review, Falcon Expenses are an app on your phone for anything you're doing in person. And then all the things you're purchasing online, whether Amazon or flights or hotel bookings, those are things that I highly recommend just moving over to a tax folder that you have in your email. And then at the end of the year, you just start tallying up. Makes it really simple. And like I said, if I added all this up, I have tens of thousands. I think I had like $40,000 in tax deductions this year. So you definitely want to keep track of those because they add up as you continue to grow your business. So that's all I got, and I hope this helps.